Hello and welcome back to All About Community. When we went to break, I was getting a little bit emotional about blight and prosecuting people who contribute to blight, and especially the illegal dumping. And I think it's so important that we get cameras up to catch those people, because they have a real impact on crime in our community. Let's talk for a moment about who are some of your major endorsers, District Attorney.
I'm so excited. I've been fortunate to be endorsed by Malia Cohen, who is on the Board of Equalization.
I know her personally.
I have also been endorsed by Bevan Dufty, who is on the BART board.
I do know who he is.
I've been endorsed by Miss Brendalyn Goodall, who is on the Alameda County Democratic Central Committee. And I have also been endorsed by Terry Taplin, who's on the Berkeley City Council, and Courtney Welsh, who's on the Emeryville City Council. And then I also want to make sure I mention somebody completely out of state, but particularly important to the district attorney's race, Mike Schmidt, who is the district attorney in Portland, Oregon.
Oh, so you're going back to your old roots.
Yeah, indeed.
What do you consider the role of the public defender should be in the whole prosecution process in the county?
The public defender's role is essential. It's necessary for justice to work. It requires excellent folks to do an incredibly passionate job, to zealously advocate for their clients. And that's critical. We need it. We need them to be impeccable and amazing, and generally speaking, they are. And I'm looking forward to working with them.
So you believe that people who allegedly commit crimes are entitled to a impactful defense?
Not only do I believe it, it's the foundation of the system. Without it, the system will fall apart.
Good. Well, I'm certainly happy to hear that. You also indicated that 44% of the persons killed by police in Alameda County are black, even though blacks comprise only about 11% of the population. Are you indicating that officers who abuse their authority should be prosecuted? And would you?
Absolutely. Absolutely, unequivocally, we need to be able to prosecute officers who violate the law. In that regard, officers are no different than you or I.
Now, how would you go back? Right now, the police have a very effective unions, etc., and it's difficult to prosecute police officers. I don't recall recently of an officer being prosecuted. I suppose there is one somewhere, but I just don't recall it.
You know, good question. Just recently in Contra Costa County, so not in Alameda, but in Contra Costa County, there was an officer a sheriff who was just recently convicted.
I saw that.
Of shooting somebody. And that's exactly the kind of thing that I want to bring to Alameda County.
And why do you think it isn't going on now?
That's a good question. That's a good question. Maybe you can ask the people that are currently in the office that question.
Now, you also in your platform talk about the youth justice system and the need for reform. Mm-hmm. What's going on there? Mm-hmm. Why is there a need for reform in the youth justice system?
So, big picture, what's happening in the state of California is the state juvenile justice department is going away, and so we need to do a better job here in Alameda County. And what's happening in Alameda County, if you just look at the data, which is, interestingly enough, from the probation department in terms of the numbers of juveniles and the demographics, it does not even remotely look like the demographics of Alameda County.
And I believe you've indicated that at Camp Sweeney, 100% of the people there are black or brown. Is that right?
Yes.
And that's tragic because I used to be a deputy probation officer. Matter of fact, that was my first career. And so you want to do something about that.
Absolutely. There's either one or two ways to look at those numbers, right? Either one, black and brown youth are inherently bad, and that's why they take up so much of a percentage in juvenile hall and Camp Sweeney. Or two, there's something wrong with the system.
There has to be something wrong with the system because the color of your skin does not determine whether you're good or whether you're bad. And we're gonna have to go to break. Don't touch that remote. We will be right back with All About Community. My name is Robert L. Harris. I am your host. And my guest is Seth Steward, candidate for Alameda County District Attorney. We'll be right back.